Okay. So chapter number 2 is about identifying entrepreneurial characteristics. Okay. We must look at what is the characteristic of the entrepreneur. Okay, so okay, what is the learning outcomes for this chapter number 2 is the first one. Okay, at the end of this topic, students should be able to describe the characteristics of successful entrepreneur. And then second is identify its entrepreneur self-assessment. And then the third one is identify the difference between managers and entrepreneur. Okay, what is the difference between it? So let's look at the first one is characteristic of successful entrepreneur. Okay. So entrepreneurs are goal oriented. Okay, so the first characteristic for the entrepreneur, this entrepreneur itself has goal oriented. Means that if they open the business, okay, they must have a goal. Okay, why they open the business? Okay, entrepreneurs are all about setting the goals. Okay, and putting everything they have into achieving that. They are determined to make their business succeed and will remove apa ni? Sekejap, system load. Sekejap. Can you hear my voice clearly? Hello? Saya tak dengar suara. System load QB. Sekejap saya tukar ni. Tukar internet data saya punya. Punya college ni lambat. Hold on please. Tak. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so entrepreneur tadi mana? They are determined to make their business succeed and will remove any obstacles that stand in their way. Okay, they also tend to be strategic in their game plans, and have a clear idea of what they want to achieve and how they plan to do it. So next is entrepreneurs are committed to their business. Okay, as an entrepreneur, they are not easily defeated. Okay, in fact, they view failure as an opportunity for future success. Okay, if they don't succeed in the first time, okay, they will not give up. Okay, they will try again until they success. Okay, most entrepreneurs don't take no for an answer. Okay, so kalau nak jadi entrepreneur yang berjaya, kena sangat committed lah dengan perniagaan. Okay, kalau ada halangan, okay, is there any challenges, okay, is there any problem, okay, dalam perniagaan, okay, so you should do something to solve it. Okay, and then the third one, okay, as an entrepreneur, you should have hands-on. Entrepreneurs are inherently proactive. and know that if something needs to get done, they should do it themselves. Okay? They are doers and tend to have very exacting standards. They view their business as an extension of themselves and like to be present in day-to-day operations even when they don't have to be. Okay, so dia kalau apa ciri yang ketiga ni hands on, maknanya apa semua yang uh, business yang dijalankan dia nak proaktif. Okay? Dia nak berada. Uh, Biasanya entrepreneur ni orang yang providekan duit ataupun dia dah ada banyak capital untuk buat sesuatu perniagaan ni. Okay, dia boss. Okay, so owner of the business. Okay, so sepatutnya dia duduk je dekat dalam office. But then kalau because of ciri entrepreneur sendiri hands on, maknanya apa pun uh, dia nak terlibat sekali kat dalam perniagaan dia. Itu maksud dia entrepreneurs are hands on. Okay, and then next, entrepreneurs continuously look for opportunities. Okay, look for opportunities to improve. Okay, entrepreneurs view very event or situation as a business opportunity, and they are constantly generating new and innovative ideas. Okay, they have the ability to look at everything around them through the lens of their goals, seeing opportunity everywhere. Okay, sepatutnya memang seorang entrepreneur yang kata sukses, dia mesti kena ada karakteristik ni lah. Okay, look at every opportunities kena grab. Okay, so contoh if you open business food and beverage, ada cafe sendiri, so every menu you should improve. Okay, day by day, right? So kena improve daripada kurang sedap jadi sedap ataupun introduce new introduce new menus, okay, for your restaurant. Itu adalah salah satu contoh sebagai seorang entrepreneur karakteristik yang berjaya. Kena look for opportunities. Okay, what else? Okay, if you having a problem such as the situation that uh, occurred last 2 years, okay, PKP. Okay, how about the food and beverage industry? Okay, terpaksa tutup. Okay, nobody can dine in your restaurant. Okay, so how you want to survive in the business? Okay, as an entrepreneur, you should look for an opportunity. Okay, what opportunities or chance that you have. Okay, semasa PKP itu is go online. Okay, you can introduce using online Foodpanda, GrabFood. Okay, so that the people can buy through ordering online, and then the rider will pick up the foods from your cafe or restaurant, and then you have income on that time. Okay, that is to look for opportunities. Okay, then what else? The characteristic of entrepreneurs are willing to take risks. Okay? As I mentioned before, okay, the example when the PKP, right, when the MCO, you don't know how to conduct online business, okay, how to create the account in Foodpanda and also GrabFood. So you take a risk, okay, even though you don't know nothing about it. Okay, you should do try and error in order for you to success. Okay, most entrepreneurs don't ask themselves whether or not they will succeed. They believe they will. Okay, this innate confidence allows them to take risks because They firmly believe this is okay. So if okay the risk is high, it means that the return will be high. Okay, so that's why most of entrepreneurs out there okay are there to take a risk. Okay, because they know if the higher the risk is, the higher you will get the return. Sebab itulah okay, kebanyakan entrepreneur okay, dia tak takut untuk contoh dia ada 100,000 nak melabur untuk perniagaan. Kenapa? Because of dia tahu every risk adalah risiko tu akan ada pulangan yang lebih besar. Okay? So that is the characteristic of entrepreneurs. Next, entrepreneurs are willing to listen okay, and learn. Okay? The most important part of learning is listening. And a good entrepreneur will do this in abundance. They also know that they can learn something new, okay, from just about everyone they meet. So they don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, that is okay. Ada lagi. Entrepreneurs have great people skills. Entrepreneurs tend to have strong communication skills, and this strength combined with their passion for the product or service help them to talk to everyone and everyone about their business. They are also natural leaders who can motivate, inspire, and influence those around them. Okay, if you look, for example, Datuk Bida, okay, Datuk Bida, okay, dia tengoklah communication skill dia macam mana. Very confident, overconfident. Such as Alif Shukri also, okay, their confidence levels is very high. Okay? Because of what? It is very important to be an entrepreneur. Okay, if not, nobody will know about what is your product, what your product that you sold. Okay? So kalau kita diam je, okay, kita tak ada communication skill kita tak bagus, okay? So nobody knows apakah produk yang you jual. Okay? So next, entrepreneurs are passionate and positive. Passion may be the most important trait of the successful entrepreneur. They genuinely love what they do and are willing to put in the extra hours to make them successful. Okay? So kalau kita perasan seorang entrepreneur tu dia dah pagi petang siang malam dia bekerja je. Okay? Sebab dia sangat suka and very love their work very much. Okay? They set a sense of satisfaction from their work that goes beyond making money. Okay, so next we look at okay, identify entrepreneurial self-assessment. Okay, so how we want to assess the entrepreneur itself. Okay, in business or professional activity, this tool that involves performing some critical analysis of one's goals, okay, interests, and experience. It is also used by organizations as a self-evaluation tool. Okay, future entrepreneurs, in other words, may be able to improve their chances of success in a business by undertaking an honest and detailed self-assessment by evaluating such personal traits as business skills, okay, experience. What is the trait that it can be assessed as an entrepreneur? Of course, the business skills. Okay, and then what else? Experience. Okay, knowledge, financial goals. Okay, like and dislike, willingness to expand effort, and ability to meet challenges. Entrepreneurs may be able to identify the business opportunity for which they are best suited. Okay. So, what is the difference okay, between entrepreneur and also manager? There is a lot of difference here. Okay. Entrepreneur is visionary and bears all financial risk. But manager work for salary and does not have to bear any risk. Okay? So makan gaji, manager makan gaji kan. Entrepreneur dia yang mengusahakan. Okay? Dialah yang bertanggung, dia akan mengambil risiko kalaulah okay, investment di dalam perniagaan tersebut, contohlah perniagaan dia akan rugi, so dia yang akan bear the losses. That is the financial risk. Okay? So if the business have losses, who bear the business losses is that entrepreneur ataupun owner of the business. So manager dia tak akan rugi apa-apa. Okay? Ada kerja, ada gaji. Okay? Second, what is the difference? Entrepreneur starting, focus on starting and expanding the business idea. Okay? So entrepreneur akan fikir every day that you think, okay, to have an innovation of their product, okay, to have a good and to have new products that will attract the customers. Okay, that is the entrepreneur. But for manager, focus on the smooth functioning of business. Okay, dia yang plan, okay, dia yang organize, okay, that is the manager. Okay, siapa yang buat decision? Entrepreneur ataupun owner of the business will decide. Okay. And then let's look at the third one. Okay, entrepreneur. Key motivation of entrepreneur is achievement. Okay, but for the major motivation come from the power that comes with their position. Okay. Entrepreneur ni dia punya motivasi, okay, untuk membuat sesuatu yang terbaik untuk perniagaan dia adalah pencapaian. Kalau dia boleh buka another branch, okay, kalau dia boleh dapat sales yang banyak, okay, so kalau dia boleh marketkan produk dia kepada yang lebih besar, contoh keluar negara, that is their achievement. Alright, but for manager, it just comes from the power that comes with their position. Okay? The power towards their subordinates only. Okay? And then reward for all the activities profit he earns from the enterprise. Okay? So after sales, and then they minus all the costs or expenses incurred, that one is their profit. Okay, the profit is the reward for the entrepreneur, but for manager it's the salary. Okay, nothing much. And then entrepreneur can be informal and casual. Okay, so sebab tu kalau kita tengok topi-topi bisnes kan, okay, dia simple dia, tak ada pun nak pakai baju coat ke apa. Okay, pakai baju t-shirt. For example, apa nama dia? Mark Zuckerberg tu kan, dia pakai t-shirt je. Okay, tapi padahal sangat kaya, billionaire. Okay, so manager approach everybody is very formal. Tengok dekat dalam company dia, syarikat-syarikat corporate yang sebagai manager, CEO, mesti ada pakai coat, pakai tali leher, that is formal. Panggil saya yang formal lah. Okay, kalau entrepreneur ni biasanya dia lebih casual. Okay, so dah habis dah chapter yang number 2. Okay, simple for chapter number 2. You just need to know, okay, what is the successful characteristic of successful entrepreneur, and then self-assessment of entrepreneur, and the difference between managers and entrepreneurs. Is there any question that you want to ask for chapter number 2? Did you think you have the characteristic of entrepreneur in yourself? Okay, Ada rasa tak dirinya ada karakteristik of entrepreneur? Are we, Jeremy, awak rasa you have the characteristic to be an entrepreneur? Tak dengar lah Jeremy. How about Syahidah? Ada you rasa you ada characteristic to be an entrepreneur? You have passion towards business? Tak ada. Akan cuba. Okay. Sekejap ni kenapa suara tu tak dengar ni? Sekejap. PC saya ni. Mana volume ni? Alamak. Mana dia volume? Sekejap Mana volume dia? Okay. Kadang-kadang untuk jadi entrepreneur ni uh, ada saja orang yang dia tak terlalu minat tapi kata ada peluang depan mata, so dia kena buat juga bisnes. Kadang-kadang ada jenis orang yang macam tu. Walaupun dia tidak kata born to be an entrepreneur, okay, tapi kadang-kadang opportunities ataupun chances yang ada depan mata tu dia kena grab. Okay? For example, like macam mana? Kalau orang tu dia kerja, okay, so daripada MCO tu kita akan dapat dengar cerita tentang macam mana pramugara tak dapat teruskan perkhidmatan kan dekat dalam company tak dapat nak apply lagi, kena berhentikan kerja. Okay, same goes to pilot also. Okay, dia berhenti kerja. Dia disebabkan oleh PKP tu kan, MCO. Tak ada orang pun pergi fly. Okay. So, apa yang dia boleh buat adalah business. Okay. So, dia ada chances. Dia ada masa dah. Okay, untuk buat business. So, dia invest ke dalam perniagaan. Okay. So, kadang-kadang bila saya pun fikir-fikir balik macam if we look now, okay, the economic now, kalau kita makan gaji tu setakat itu saja kita dapatlah. So kalau to be an entrepreneur, okay, tak mustahil lah kalau you try buat entrepreneur, right? So tak mustahil kalau produk kamu tu betul very innovative, very creative, okay. Nobody's has, okay, tak ada lagi orang yang entrepreneur yang create the product, okay, dia boleh jadi viral, okay, become viral, and then every customer will look for your product. Okay, sekarang ni kita bukan sahaja macam kita tak adalah macam dulu, okay. Walaupun tu satu kita contoh kita jual dekat Negeri Sembilan, sudah dalam masa yang sama kita boleh juga postkan barang kita kepada orang-orang yang dekat yang jauh-jauh, contohnya yang Johor ke Kedah ke, sesangat meluas market kita sebenarnya bila dah ada digitalization. Okay, so kalau if for example kita boleh tengok kalau Shuib kan, if you know, okay, the actor Shuib, okay, so dia improvise ataupun dia ada new product, okay, masa awal-awal kemunculan produk dia kan become viral. Okay, tak ada lagi orang buat produk dekat Malaysia, tak ada lagi yang macam tu. Okay, so jadi become viral. So become viral, so many investor out there, okay, want to invest and then nak berminat untuk buka franchise dekat negeri-negeri lain. So dia dah jadi become a successful entrepreneur. Okay, so what is important to be an entrepreneur is the idea. Okay, the number one is idea. Okay, so let's look at the chapter number three. How about developing entrepreneurial creativity and innovation? Okay, why is that important? Okay, creativity and innovation is very important in entrepreneurship. Okay, why is it so? Let's look. Okay, on chapter number three. Okay, what is the learning outcome? Okay, students should be able to explain what is creativity, describe process of creativity, identify the barriers to creativity, transform to creativity ideas, characteristic of creative individual, and then we will look at what is the innovation. Okay, innovation, types of innovation, sources, barriers, importance, why we need the creativity and innovation. Okay, and then what is the good strategies to encourage the correct creativity and innovation for entrepreneurship. Okay, and then uh, okay, itu kita punya learning outcome for this chapter number three. So I want to, okay, for this uh, subject, okay, entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship means that, okay, we will discuss about what is important, okay, to be an entrepreneur, okay, and then later on how to, okay, how to be an entrepreneur, okay. So now you, okay, must know about the creativity and innovation. Okay, kenapa pentingnya kita kena tahu, okay, untuk menjadi entrepreneur. Macam tadi saya cakap, kita kena creative and innovative. Okay, kita kena pandai. Okay, kita kena create new idea. Okay, itu maksudnya creative. Okay, maksudnya kalau sesuatu perkara produk tu kita rasa ada problem. Okay, so macam yang sebelum ni, okay, kita ada komputer yang besar, betul tak? Okay, zaman dulu komputer yang besar, tak ada laptop. Okay, so the problem is to mobilize. Okay, maksudnya nak gerakkan komputer tu pada satu tempat sangat-sangat susah. Okay, so because of that problem, okay, okay, some of the entrepreneurs getting the idea on how to do it, okay, how to solve the problems, okay. So that's why adanya evolution ataupun innovation of the computer, adanya laptop. Okay, itu yang kita panggil sangat pentingnya kenapa kita kena belajar topik creativity and innovation. Okay. Setiap apa yang problem, there must be a solution. Okay, if there is a solution, there is also come out with some ideas. Okay, the ideas will give you business. Okay, so from the business you will get the money. Okay, something like that. Okay, kita akan tengok. Okay, in today's business landscape, entrepreneurs are required to think of way to produce new product, service, or process for new purposes to the customer. Ini yang saya cakap, kenapa pentingnya you need to know about the creativity and innovation because of, okay, to introduce new product or service, okay, to the customer. Sorry. Okay. Okay, what is creativity? It involves the development of unique and novel responses to problems and opportunities. So as I mentioned before, okay, so when there have a problem, okay, there also have an opportunity for you to create some product of new product or services. Okay, something like this. Okay, online ticketing, e-banking. Okay, before this, every people before this, okay, must have cash in their hand for you to buy the products. Okay, but the now everything is dekat ni je, in your fingertips. Okay, kita boleh online transfer, kita boleh buat apa lagi? Online banking. Okay, online ordering. Online business, everything is online. Okay, so because of what problems? Contoh PKP, MCO kita tak boleh nak bergerak. So that problem, okay, boleh introduce kita kepada another opportunity. Okay, for example, e-banking. Okay, so let's look what is creativity. Is defined as tendency, okay, tendency to generate or recognize ideas, alternatives, or possibilities that may be useful in solving problems, communicating with others, and entertaining ourselves and others. Creativity is the ability to come up with new ideas and to identify new and different ways of looking at the problem and opportunities. A process of assembling ideas by combining elements already known but wrongly assumed to be unrelated to each other. Okay, so kalau kita uh, creativity tu dia tak akan datang sendiri, alright? So kena ada proses, okay? Creativity is also a process, okay? Implying among other things that it is more like a skill than an attitude and that you can get better at with practice, okay? So creativity tu bukan saja pada idea tetapi kena ada proses lah untuk menghasilkan. Ideas result in ideas that have potential value, and combining the creative process is one of the putting them together in unexpected ways. Okay, so it's what creativity. Okay, the three reasons why people are motivated to be creative. Okay, need for novel, varied, and complex stimulation. Okay, dia nak sesuatu yang baru. Okay, kenapa selalu uh, kita ni as a human kena fikirkan sesuatu yang kreatif. Sebab apa tak nak sama dengan orang lain. Contoh. Okay, contohnya kita kata setiap everyone in this world, okay, dia tak mahu kalau kita pakai baju tu sama dengan orang lain. Okay, so what is your feeling kalau kita pakai baju tu sama? Saya rasa sangat malu lah. Contoh macam tu lah. Okay, tu baru pasal outfit kan. Okay, tapi kalau berkaitan dengan business, okay, everyone dia mesti nak ada kelainan kepada setiap produk. Okay, sebabnya dia nak something yang new, okay, something yang fresh. Okay, macam contoh saya anak saya masuk untuk tadika dia, pakaian beragam merdeka. So I want to have something new, okay, not the same with others. Itu baru contoh yang simple, okay. So that's why lah everyone, okay, especially entrepreneur, okay, it's very motivated to be creative because they need to have something new product, okay, novel, okay, everyone tak ada lagi, okay, and complex situation. Need to communicate ideas and values and need to solve the problem. Sebab dia lah, okay, nak solvekan problem, okay. Contoh MCO tak boleh buka kedai tu, what is the solution for it, okay. So that's why people are more motivated to be creative. Okay, in order to be creative, you need to be able to view things, okay, in new ways or from a different perspective. Okay. Among other things, you need to be able to generate new possibilities or new alternatives. Test of creativity measures not only the number of alternatives that people can generate, but the uniqueness of those alternatives. Okay? So the ability to generate alternatives or to see things uniquely does not occur by chance. It is linked to other, more fundamental qualities of thinking, such as flexibility, tolerance of ambiguity or unpredictability, and enjoyment of things hitherto before known. Okay, unknown. Okay. So, those creativity is the development of idea about product, practice, service, all procedures that are novel and potentially useful to the organization. Okay. Okay, what is the creative process? Okay, the creative should have process. Okay, the first step, opportunity or problem recognition. Okay, kita kena identify dulu apa problems. Okay, then second one is immersion. Okay, later on we will discuss what is immersion. Okay, incubation, and then the fourth one insight. Last is verification and application. Let's look step in the creative process. Okay, the first step for the creative process is opportunity or problem recognition. Okay, a person discovers that a new opportunities exist for people need. Okay, resolution. Okay, macam tadi saya cakap lah. Okay, ada kalau ada problem mesti ada opportunity. Okay, untuk solvekan the problems, okay, we need to have a solution. So opportunities inilah yang kita akan recognize first. And then immersion, the individual concentrates on the problem and becomes immersed in it. Okay, dia rasa macam dia asyik berfikir solution tersebut. Okay, sampaikan dah sebati dalam fikiran dia. He or she will recall, okay, and collect information that seem relevant. So, dia berfikir sesuatu berkaitan, ni cara macam ni kita nak jadi kreatif lah. Okay, nak berfikir kreatif. Dreaming up alternatives without refining or evaluating them. Okay, two step yang kedua, immerse. The third one is incubation. The person keeps the assembled information in mind for a while. Okay, so disimpan je apa yang idea dia tu nak solvekan the problem. Okay, what is the how to solve the problem. Okay, so disimpan dalam fikiran dia. He or she does not appear to be working on the problem actively. However, the subconscious mind is still engaged. Tapi dia masih lagi terbayang-bayang macam mana solution. Okay. While the information is simmering, it is being arranged into meaningful new pattern. Okay, itu proses yang ketiga. That is incubation. And then the fourth one is insight. The problem, conquering solution flash into the person's mind at an unexpected time, such as on the verge of sleep during a shower or while running. Insight is also called experience. Okay, so insight maknanya dia recall balik apa yang dia dah fikirkan tadi. Macam tu. Baru terfikir, baru teringat. Something like that. That is insight. Okay, and then the fifth one is verification and application. The individual set out to prove that the creative solution has merit. Verification procedures include gathering supporting evidence, using logical persuasions, and experimenting with new ideas. Okay, so bila kita dah fikir, apa kata kalau kita buat something like this, and then the last kali baru dia verify and then dia apply apa yang dia dah fikir. That is the creative process. Okay. So let's look at the barriers to creativity. Okay. Kadang-kadang ada problem untuk kita jadi creative. Okay. Apa dia punya uh, problem ataupun barriers yang menyebabkan kita tak menjadi kreatif ataupun entrepreneur tu tak jadi kreatif? Because of the first one, fear of failure. Okay. The foremost barrier to creativity in entrepreneurship is the fear of failure. He feels apprehended that his new ideas or commodities may not be accepted by society. Okay, so kebanyakannya mesti dia akan fikir balik macam mana nak jadi kreatif kalau apakah we will fear about macam mana society ataupun masyarakat akan terima ataupun respon. Kita sangat takut dengan respon of the customer ataupun respon of the society lah. Kalau dia tahu pasal apa yang idea kreatif kita. Okay. So if it so happens, the power utilized for thinking will be wastage. Okay. Banyak je kan idea-idea kreatif tapi kita tak boleh nak laksanakan. Okay, because of we fear to fail. Okay. The second one is the lack of adequate motivation. Okay, why a person should feel motivated for creating behavior and thinking? If he finds a lack of adequate motivation, all the levels of the industry, then he will also not undertake any sort of thinking or hero development thing. Okay. In such a situation, creative behavior will come to end. Okay. The lack of adequate motivation. Jadi tak ada motivasi yang kuat untuk dilaksanakan creativity dia, idea yang kreatif. Okay. The lack of commitment. Okay. For the creative person, the special quality of fulfilling the commitment is essential. Okay. With this quality, quality untuk menyelesaikanlah komitmen dia tu, he will fulfill his commitment. But except for a few entrepreneurs, it lacks in most of the entrepreneurs, and they do not generate any new ideas for doing something. Okay. Kadang kita rasa macam takut-takut nak buat satu perubahan. Okay. So dia tak ada komitmen yang sangat tinggi ataupun passion yang kuat untuk menghadapi sebarang kemungkinan hasil kreativiti dia. Okay. So dia menyebabkan lack of commitment dan menyebabkan seseorang entrepreneur tu dia tak akan rasa dia tak akan berubah ataupun dia tak akan menjadi lebih kreatif. Okay. Kadang-kadang dia fikir tak payahlah nak buat perubahan. Okay, kalau buat pun sama je. So dia tak sangat berkomitmen lah untuk menjalankan sesuatu perubahan tu, creativity tu, menyebabkan terhalanglah proses of creativity. Okay. And then what else? The fourth one. Okay, what is barriers? Okay. To be creative, lack of sufficient funds. Of course lah. So, setiap entrepreneur ni, before we do an innovative or creative, sebelum kita menjalankan idea kreatif tu kena ada sufficient funds lah. Okay. We all know that the use of creativity is possible only when these are given material shape. Okay. But for doing that, the entrepreneur should have sufficient funds. Without that, all aspects remain neglected, including innovation, experiments, and creative thinking. Okay, so if you want to be to do an experiment with your food. Okay. Kena nak introduce something new recipe. Okay. Yang orang lain tak tahu pun. Orang lain tak pernah buat lagi. So kita kena ada modal lah untuk kita bermain-main dengan resipi tersebut. Okay, bahan-bahan dia. Kalau tak jadi, rasa tak sedap, so macam mana? Okay, macam mana kita nak incur cost yang kita dah buat eksperimen. Something like that lah. Contoh. Okay, the fifth one is the fear of being laughed at. Okay. In the organizations, few people neither give their own ideas, nor do they have the imaginative power. On the contrary, what to talk about appreciating the ideas, thinking, and contributes of others. They make fun of the person. Okay, so kebanyakan yang kebiasaan. That is a normal thing, okay, in our society. Okay, so kalau kita bagi idea yang kreatif sikit, orang akan ketawakan. Itu memang kebiasaan. Tapi berapa ramai kita tengok entrepreneur ataupun orang-orang kaya yang berjaya ni, kalau kita tengok kisah dia, macam mana dia nak develop the new idea tu, sangat mencabar. Okay, sebagai contoh, ayam Kentucky Fried Chicken daripada Colonel Sanders. Okay, kalau you baca dia punya sejarah, macam mana orang tak terima dia punya resipi ayam goreng tu. Okay, sampai orang gelak, ayam nak digoreng. Okay, tapi dia very very committed to the idea. Okay, nowadays fried chicken is very popular menus. Semua negara, okay, ada. Kan? Macam mana orang memang selalu akan ketawakan idea kita lah. Sama juga macam Tesla punya company. Apa nama dia tu? Elon Musk. Dia pun sama sebelum ni. Okay. Dia ketawa. Ada orang ketawakan dia. Okay. Cakap tak sesuai nak guna kereta elektrik. Tapi sekarang dia sangat berjaya. Right. Okay. Dia nak beli macam-macam ni lah. Company yang dah good reputation company macam Twitter, dia nak beli, right? Okay, semua tu kalau kita diorang tu semua entrepreneur yang berjaya tu not sure about being laughed at. Okay, diorang ada komitmen dia. Okay. So next, what else is the barriers to be creative? Lack of knowledge. Okay. The creative person should essentially have knowledge of various subjects, time, circumstances, market, production methods, and production process. So because we want to have a good creative and good idea, kena tahu juga, kena ada knowledge. Okay? Macam mana dari segi market, macam mana kita nak producekan barang tersebut. Okay? Bukan zero knowledge, tapi kena ada knowledge. Okay, so kalau kita tak ada knowledge, macam mana kita nak menjalankan production kita. So many people out there ada idea, they're very creative, but then they are not enough of knowledge, okay, about things. Okay, so it will become a barrier to be a creative. Okay, next is negative feelings. Okay, negative feelings of the person also pose barriers in creative behavior. The reason being that people having inferiority complex, lacking positive ideas, not having optimistic nature, and always having sadness of the facts, their faces will never feel inspired for doing the work nicely and having creative behavior. Okay? So because of our negative thought, negative feeling, it will be barriers to be a creative person. Ataupun especially to be a creative entrepreneur. Okay? So how to generate ideas? Okay? So as an entrepreneur or business organization, okay, they should have focus groups, okay, in order to generate creative idea. Groups of individuals providing information in a structured manner. Okay. Maksudnya kita ada satu group lah yang buat research berkaitan dengan sesuatu idea ataupun idea kreatif kita untuk generate. Okay, dia buat research pasal focus group ni. Okay. So second one is the brainstorming, a group method for obtaining new ideas and solutions without criticize anyone. Okay, brainstorm ni kita boleh keluarkan macam-macam idea, okay, daripada uh, employees. Setiap seorang tu kita tanya, okay, what is your opinion, okay, about this idea? Is there any idea, okay, that you have in your mind, okay, in order to be creative? Okay, itu semua kita kena brainstorm. And then brainwriting, brainstorming maknanya kita dah brainstorm, dah tanya setiap seorang employees tu, kita akan write lah on the paper so that we will discuss ataupun analyze setiap idea-idea tersebut. Which one is the most senang untuk kita jalankan creative idea tersebut. Okay. So next, let's look at the characteristic of creative individual. Okay. Apakah ciri-ciri, okay, yang ada pada seorang individu yang kreatif? Okay. So let's look. Then ada tak antara karakteristik ni yang ada pada diri kamu? Okay, humble and proud at the same time. Very passionate but can be objective. Okay, brave to try new things. Open-minded and willing to accept criticism. Playfulness and discipline. Responsibility and irresponsibility. High self-control. Okay, goal-directed, deliberate and considerate in decision making, willing to take calculated risks. Okay. So ni akan ada pada orang yang creative individuals. Okay. What is innovation next? Before we move to what is innovation, let's take a break about 10 minutes. Okay. We will start again at 3:15 minit lah. Berapa 24, 24, 3:45 kita akan mula semula. Okay? Let's take a break 15 minit. Nanti kita akan discuss balik pasal innovation. Okay? Boleh? Okay. Innovation is the implementation of a new idea. Kalau kreatif tu just idea saja. Okay? Something new. Okay? But for innovation, we implement ataupun kita laksanakan ataupun kita jadikan dia apa? Idea tu kreatif. Okay? Kalau kita implement dia jadi produk ataupun kita createkan produk satu produk tu dengan kita create betul-betul, that is innovation. Okay? Implementation of a new idea, okay, at the individual, group, or organizational level. A process of intentional change made to create value, okay, by meeting opportunities and seeking advantage. Okay. So, apa yang ada dekat dalam innovation ni adalah proses lah. Process innovation is a process implying, among other things, that it can be learned and okay, intentionally. The process is carried out on purpose lah. Okay. Bukan secara tidak sengaja, tapi dengan sengaja ni memang kita nak create ataupun kita nak buat inovasi ni. Change it result in some kind of change. Okay. Kita innovation tu maknanya kita daripada benda yang ada tu, okay, sebelum ni tak ada, nanti kita jadi adakan suatu produk ataupun servis yang lain daripada yang lain. Okay, then next, value. The whole point of the change is to create value in our economy, society and individual life. Okay, value maksudnya something, produk ataupun service that the entrepreneur create tadi ataupun dia implement idea dia tadi akan memberikan, okay, added value kepada kehidupan kita. Okay. Sebagai contoh, sebelum ni kita tak pernah ada tab. Okay. iPhone dia buat tab. Okay. Tab tu something new lah. Okay. Different, bukan dari segi size, okay, dari segi processing power dia, okay, dari segi capacity dia tu ataupun features dia agak berbeza dengan laptop kan. So dengan ada tab kita boleh bawa ke mana-mana sahaja. That is adding value to our individual life. Okay. So itulah yang kalau kita tengok iPhone dia buat tab, dia seorang je yang buat tab. Okay, baru dia adalah orang kata founder of the tab punya produk. Okay. So orang yang lain, company yang lain imitate saja. Okay. Apa yang iPhone buat. Okay. So dia disebabkan oleh ada tab, dia akan ada value kepada ekonomi, society and also life of individual. Okay, and then opportunity. Entrepreneurial individuals enable tomorrow's value creation by exploring for each day, having ideas, turning ideas into marketable insight, and seeking ways to meet opportunities. Okay. So advantage at the same time, they also create value by exploiting the opportunities they have at hand. Okay. So that is innovation. Okay. We implement the creative idea. Okay, types of innovation. There are 4 distinct types of innovation. These are as follows. Okay, invention. Okay, invention dia ada banyak jenis. Innovation ni dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 types of innovation. Okay, apa types yang pertama adalah invention. What is mean by invention? Described as the creation of a new product, service or process. Something that has not been tried before. Okay. So, maknanya kita yang mulakan. Sebelum ni tak ada siapa yang buat suatu produk ataupun servis tersebut. Okay. Sebagai contoh, servis apa? Servis lipat baju. Okay. Sebelum ni memang tak ada kan. So, sekarang dah ada juga yang dia ambil untuk lipat baju, dia charge lah. 1 helai 20 minit, 1 bakul 20 minit. Okay, dah ada. Okay, so we call it that service is invention. Create the new service yang sebenarnya tak ada. Okay. Next, extension. Okay, extension is the expand of an existing product. This is all process. This would mean that the entrepreneur takes an existing idea and applies it differently. Extension atau benda tu dah ada. Cuma dia added value saja ataupun bukan value. Added something new dekat atas. Contohnya makanan apa? Hmm, contohnya ada ice cream kan. Kita ada ice cream. Tu kita create extension sikit pada ice cream tu. Kita campur lah dengan madu ke. Okay. Kita makan dengan bubble apa yang bulat-bulat tu kan. Bubble apa tu nama dia tu. So that is extension. Ice cream pun memang dah ada. Tapi kita makan dia bersama dengan something yang lain. Okay, adding existing product tu kita tambah baik. So they will call it as extension. Okay. So duplication seterusnya. Duplicate maknanya tiru lah. Copy, replicating an existing product or service and then adding the entrepreneur own creative touch in order to improve it. Okay. So dia dah ada dah produk tu tapi kita tiru je tapi kita buat something new lah ataupun kita tambah sesuatu yang berbeza sedikit berbanding dengan orang lain. Contoh ada tudung produk. So semua orang dah tahu kan. So kita duplicate lah. Kita pun nak jual tudung juga. Tapi tudung yang macam mana? Tudung yang kita create sendiri lah. Contoh. Dia punya apa? Corak dia kita yang create. Okay. On creative touch. Okay. In order to improve it. So itu kita panggil duplication. So next synthesis. Synthesis. Synthesis, a combination of more than one existing product or service into a new product or service. This means that several different ideas are combined into one new product or service. Maknanya, kita ada dua produk, lepas tu combine kan produk tu jadi satu. Kita panggil synthesis. Okay. Contohnya, selalunya cermin dan sikat adalah dua benda dua produk. Cermin dengan sikat. So you improvise, jadikan dia sebagai satu produk. Maksudnya ada cermin dan ada juga fungsi untuk sikat rambut. Something like that. Okay, that we call it as synthesis. Okay. So let's look at the innovation step. Okay. So under the innovation process, we have four step of process. Okay, and then the first one is analytical planning. Carefully identify the product or service features, design as well as the resources that will be needed. Analytic maksudnya apa yang kita perlukan, resources apa yang kita perlu, produk tu kena ada apa material yang sesuai. Something like that. Okay, service pun sama jugalah. So apa yang perlu kita hasilkan, servis yang macam mana. Okay. Analytic maksudnya very what we call it as kita identify satu persatu apa yang kita perlukan untuk kita menghasilkan produk atau servis tersebut. Okay. The second one is resource organization. Okay, obtaining the required resources, material, technology, human or capital resources. Dia organize lah maknanya apa yang kita perlukan, siapa yang boleh buat, okay, material apa, daripada supplier mana kita nak dapatkan, perlukan mesin ke tidak. Okay. And then the third one is implementation. Applying the resources in order to accomplish the plan. Okay. Kita gunakanlah resources yang kita dah organize kan, kita nak beri kat mana, kita nak dapatkan dari siapa. Okay. And then the fourth one, commercial application. The provision of value to customers, reward employees, and satisfy the stakeholders. Okay, commercial occupation ni maksudnya kita buat marketing, okay, kita bagi reward kepada employees yang dah createkan sama-sama create kita produk ataupun new uh, innovation process lah. Okay. So that is for innovation process. The next is creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurs. Okay, apa relation ni? Okay, creativity is thinking new things. Okay, kita baru think ni. And innovation is doing. Okay, doing new things. Okay, innovation kita buat satu proses, kita buat jalankan. Okay, creative kita just fikir, masih dekat dalam pemikiran. Okay, creative is the ability to develop new ideas and to discover new ways of looking at problems and opportunities. Okay, and then innovation is the ability to apply creative solutions to those problems and opportunities in order to enhance people's use them to enrich society. Okay. So, dia akan dapatkan satu kata apa kita panggil dia persamaan entrepreneurship is equal to creativity plus innovation. So kalau adanya creativity plus innovation itu adalah entrepreneurship. Okay. So from creativity to entrepreneurship, okay, creativity is diagram, just diagram, creativity, thinking new things, okay, go to innovation, doing new things, and then entrepreneurship is creating value in the market. Okay. So macam banyaklah kita boleh tengok contoh-contoh entrepreneurship, okay, yang dia menginovasikan sesuatu produk. Okay. Contoh sekarang ni kita ada industri macam Food Panda dulu, right? Okay, Food Panda is apa kata kita panggil dia sebagai apa kita panggil ni, ada satu word ni, dia yang memulakan, okay, idea tu dia yang memulakan inovasi tersebut. Apa kita panggil dia, saya tak ingat lah apa nama dia. So sebelum first, kalau kita tengok online yang kita rider atau yang kita boleh pesan makanan dan ditolong hantarkan, dia lah yang first, okay, Food Panda, okay? Barulah kita ada GrabFood, okay, lepas tu kita ada macam-macam dah sekarang, okay, GrabFood, lepas tu lagi apa, Bungkusit, yang tak famous sangat lah. Lepas tu lagi apa, Halo Go pun tak berapa nak famous kan. Halo Go, okay, sekarang daripada Grab tu ada Grab Car kan. Sekarang dah ada yang baru lagi satu Maxim. Okay. So ni antara contoh-contoh, okay, disebabkan apa? Kita punya changes of economy ataupun kita punya demografi kita dah berubah, maksudnya semua kebanyakan mak ayah bekerja, so tak sempat nak masak, so kena ada okay, kita order je kat luar, lepas tu dia orang hantarkan terus kat rumah. So kita panggil ni industry gig, okay, gig industry ya. GIG. Industry gig ni di mana, okay, everything is kita order online kan, so di digitalize, and then lagi apa, industri ekonomi tu dia Panda Breadfruit ni semua, mereka ni bekerja tanpa ada, tak ada siapa-siapa paksa. Maksudnya apa? Tak ada pemantauan daripada sesiapa. So kita nak kerja tu kita sangat free lah. Okay, kita panggil tak ada waktu bekerja. Okay. So bila-bila kita nak kerja, so kita boleh on. Okay, so yang kita panggilkan gig industry. Okay, sangat meluaskan sekarang ni. Okay. Disebabkan oleh changes of demography dan juga changes of our kita panggil social kita. Okay, dah berubah. Okay. So kita creativity, innovation and entrepreneur. Ini pun sama saja. Research believe that entrepreneurs succeed by thinking and doing new things or old things in new ways. Maksudnya, kalau nak menjadi entrepreneur yang berjaya, benda tu kita ada yang biasa saja, doing new things or kita mengadakan sesuatu yang baru ataupun kita ada yang baru kita gunakan dengan cara yang lain. Contoh macam tu. Okay. So contoh kalau kita ada perniagaan, okay, dulu physically sahaja. Okay. Physically kalau kita ada kedai, kita boleh buat bisnes. Okay. So sekarang ni kita kena untuk jadi entrepreneur yang ataupun peniaga yang berjaya, so kena fikir kita kena jual secara online juga. Okay. So maksudnya new ways, cara yang baru yang kita boleh gunakan, okay, untuk increase our sales for example. Okay. So kebanyakan kalau you pergi dekat physical store sekarang ni, saya pergi kedai buku, semua kedai buku tu pun dah ada online juga dekat Shopee. So maknanya dia boleh terima, dia boleh jual barang dia bukan setakat dekat location, contoh dekat Seremban saja, tapi dia boleh dapatkan pembeli daripada negeri lain. So itu yang kita panggil dia old things ataupun benda biasa je. Okay, produk-produk contoh alat tulis tapi in new ways, maknanya secara online pun kita boleh jual. Okay, something like that. Okay, so sources of innovation. Okay, macam mana kita boleh dapatkan? Okay, dekat mana yang kita boleh ada innovation? Okay, sources of innovation. Okay, the first one is unexpected success ataupun unexpected failure. Apa maksud dia ni? Unexpected success and failures are such productive sources of innovation opportunities because most organizations dismiss them, disregard them and even resent them. Okay, kalau ada sesuatu, contohnya kalau kita macam yang terjadi ni lah, okay, disebabkan oleh failures of physical store ataupun syarikat ataupun bisnes yang ada secara fizikal kan, dia ada kedai, okay, disebabkan oleh kegagalan disebabkan oleh MCO kita tak boleh nak buka, okay, itu adalah problem, right? Okay. So dia akan memberikan sesuatu innovation, iaitu secara online. Ataupun masa PKP tu mesti ramai lagi yang macam kalau you tengok, okay, masa PKP tu online business sangat-sangat boom. Okay, JNT sampai dah tak boleh nak tampung. Okay, banyak sangat order orang jual beli secara online. Okay, so itu yang kita panggil dia unexpected sources of failure. Maksudnya because of the success, because of the failure, for example MCO tadi, okay, disebabkan oleh wabak, kita tak boleh nak keluar. So unexpected lah kan failure tersebut. So adanya innovation. Okay. So kebanyakan syarikat atau company dia pergi kepada online. Okay. Sama juga macam education. Okay. So education, okay, sebelum ni okay, semua secara fizikal kan, face to face. Okay, sebelum ni saya sendiri pun I even don't know how to open site WhatsApp web in my laptop. Sampai macam tu sekali saya tak tahu. So until we need to online, mengajar secara online, semua kebanyakannya saya dah tahu. Okay, so how to uh, record the session, how to use digital pen, semua benda yang kita innovate, maksudnya sesuatu yang kita something new yang happen. Maksudnya dari segi apa yang kita rasa macam buruk, sesuatu buruk, wabak tu sebenarnya ada hikmah dia tersembunyi, something like that. Okay, unexpected success or failure. And then the second one, macam mana kita boleh terjadinya innovation because of process need. The next innovation opportunity is the process need, that is perfecting an already existing process by replacing a weak link or creating a new link. Okay. Process need memang dah nak, kita kata memang terpaksa kena ada, something like that. Okay. So because of terpaksa tu, ataupun memang proses tu dah, contoh macam kita dulu guna telefon rumah saja, tak ada handphone pun yang berat kan. Okay. So because of we need something yang lebih untuk communication kita punya lebih efektif, so terhasillah innovation kepada telefon. Okay. So sebelum, kalau you fikir balik, before Alexander Graham Bell, macam mana tercetusnya inovasi dia menghasilkan telefon tu. Okay. So untuk macam mana dia fikir daripada jauh, macam mana kita nak berkomunikasi. Okay, disebabkan oleh halangan-halangan. Okay, so that is process need. Okay, mana kita perlukan sesuatu yang lebih cepat. Okay, yang lebih senang. Okay, itulah terhasilnya sebab the innovation is creating. Okay, so then the third one is changes in industry or market structure. Okay. Another source of innovation opportunity is industry and market changes. Managers may believe that industry structure are static, but this structure can be and often do change overnight. Ini yang saya cakap tadi. Okay, I've already mentioned about gig industry. Okay, so sekarang kita sebenarnya tengah shifting ataupun kita punya market industry kita ni dah berubah sebenarnya. Okay, sebelum ni gig industry is not very popular. We have actually 3 industry. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, industri pembuatan, industri apa lagi yang 3. Tapi gig industry is very new industry yang keempat sebenarnya. Okay, kenapa? Kita tak tahu, dia ingat kita industri tu tak berubah. Tetapi dia sebenarnya every time industri boleh berubah. Okay, sebelum ni orang akan bekerja hanya dengan company. Okay, 8 hingga 5. But then now, because of most of the other changes, industri pun berubah ataupun market structure pun berubah. Okay, itu yang menyebabkan adanya innovation. Alright. So, apa lagi? Sebab-sebab. Demographic. Okay. The innovation opportunities made possible by changes in the number of people and in their age, distribution, education, occupations, and geographic location are among the most rewarding at least risky of pursuit. Okay, maksudnya perubahan demografik pun juga memainkan peranan. Okay, in order to have an innovation. Okay, because of nowadays, okay, many maksudnya orang-orang teenagers sekarang ni kan lebih kepada dah ramai zaman generasi Gen apa sekarang ni? Gen Z. Okay. So mereka ni lebih suka kepada something yang orang kata social, media social. Okay. Suka kepada nak dapat duit dengan senang. okay, tanpa perlu belajar. Okay. So it will affect, okay, apa fakta dia adalah 70% of the lepasan SPM, okay, not pursuing their studies. Okay, it will impact the education, especially in private education. Okay, dia akan impact sedikit sebanyak sebenarnya. Okay, because of demographic ni lah. So kebanyakan after the MCO, the teenagers now, okay, they think without education they can have a lot of money by what? By selling the products towards selling the product online, okay, and then be what we call is creative apa? Content creative. Maksudnya dia buat content dekat YouTube, okay. So the YouTube will give them salary of course, okay, and then uh, apa lagi contoh yang lain, banyak lagi dekat TikTok. I'm not sure, TikTok pun dah ada live, okay. So orang akan boleh bagi token whatsoever lah, okay. Benda tu semakin okay, kita panggilkan dia punya cara tu lah, ataupun teknologi, penggunaan teknologi untuk teknologi apa teenager sekarang ni sangat meluas. Okay, even my children also look at the story in the YouTube. Okay, Akil Zulkifli for example. Okay, so itu semua yang akan memberikan pulangan yang lumayan if they compare with kalau dia pursuing the studies, okay, dapat gaji pun sebanyak mana saja, sangat berbeza gaji dia dengan kalau kita jadi creative content. Macam tu. Okay. So demographic juga adalah berbeza, so menyebabkan adanya innovation. Okay. What else changes in perception? Okay, changes in perception. Okay, not every people, okay, seeing the things, okay, with the same view. Contohnya, the glass is half full. Okay, ada orang dia tengok glass tu half full. Sebenarnya, ada orang lain pula, dia interpret the glass is half empty. Okay, because of this perception, different perception between others, menyebabkan adanya innovation. Okay, so itu yang menyebabkan ada opportunities. Okay, orang lain dia tak nak. Dia nampak benda tu tak bagus. Orang lain pula ada nampak, oh benda ni bagus. Ini adalah opportunity. Okay, because of the changes in perception, menyebabkan adanya innovation. Okay, and then next, a new knowledge. Among history-making innovation, those that are based on new knowledge, where the scientific, technical, or social rank are high, they are superstar of entrepreneurship. They get the publicity and the money. Ini pun sama. Okay, kalau kita tengok pada trend, okay, trend entrepreneur ataupun founder perniagaan kat Malaysia ni, okay, kebiasaannya artis-artis yang terkenal tu menggunakan nama dan juga reputation dia untuk terjun kepada bidang perniagaan. Apa-apalah, padahal dia buat bisnes bukan produk yang innovation pun, okay, tapi itu adalah new knowledge of the artis, golongan artis. Okay, new knowledge kepada dia buat innovation. Okay, maknanya dia terjun kepada bidang perniagaan di mana bila media sosial is very sangat-sangat digunakan, okay, oleh masyarakat sekarang ni, so sangat mudah mereka untuk dipengaruhi dari segi marketing, okay. So mereka suka kepada seorang artis tu, dia prefer you prefer to buy the items that used by that artist. Okay, tu nampak tak dia punya kita panggil dia sebagai apa? Mempengaruhi lah, okay. Mempengaruhi, artis-artis ni pun mempengaruhi kepada corak pembelian atau customer ni. Okay. So dari situ mereka akan dapat apa? Income yang berjuta-juta. Okay. Disebabkan oleh followers. Followers sekarang ni kan dekat TikTok. So dekat mana-mana platform media sosial mereka akan promotekan, marketkan produk-produk mereka. Okay. So that is the new knowledge yang akan menyebabkan kepada innovation. Okay. So is that clear, Shahida and Jeremy? Okay. I think I want to stop here before we continue chapter 3 next week. And then before we leave, I want to show you some of the